Hi everyone, this is E8 Sports from Plamo Build Report, and today I'll be reviewing these two fine, I guess I should say toys or plastic models. That's right, we're looking at Cinema Rise Woody and Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story 4. These two models look great. I mean, they're just toys came to life, and Bandai did a very good job putting these two together. So these two kits has been released in July of this year, and Woody goes for around $30 and Buzz Lightyear goes around $34. A little bit pricey on the side for plastic models. Their price range is about an MG, but when I built these two during the live stream, I had so much fun with it, and it's just like going back to my childhood and just build these two. So without further ado, let's take a look at each one by one. Now let's start with our favorite cowboy, Woody. So the overall appearance of Woody is very well done. So, and as you all may know, Woody isn't supposed to be like a plastic toy that Andy used to have. He was more like a plush toy, and Bandai did a very good job just putting these details together. So the overall height itself and its flimsy design, it is very well done. Especially, I like to give props to the arm part because, as you know, so Woody is meant to be more like a plush toy, and the arm detail in this kit really exceeds that. Where you can see through the joints that it has more like that fold that when the plush toy usually folds in, the arm usually folds itself. So it doesn't look that mechanical, but it's very well done portrayed right here. The other thing that I really like about this kid is going to be the facial expression. As you can see from the overall facial expression right here, it portrays the movie very well. That I really love how it looks. Not only Woody has his happy face, he also has many different face plates that you could swap. Woody comes with two more facial expressions, as you can see right here. So the one on the left is Woody just grinning in the sky with his eyebrow raised, just looking at the sky. And the one on the right, this is my personal favorite, is Woody being very surprised, or he's explaining himself as he would do in all four of the movies. To swap his face, all you have to do is take his head out. From right here, there is a seam line where you could easily prop it open. So after I prop that open, you can remove his forehead and then insert them back in just like so. And then from there, just put it together. And now you have Woody just looking at something saying, "Oh my gosh, what is going on?" Each of the face expressions has a movable eye joint where you could position it at any location you want. This is kind of the only thing that is what I think that's really nicely done, but at the same time it's very hard to do because sometimes if you just like shake its head, you know, you can see Woody's eyeball just flying everywhere, and already you can see that's horrifying. But yeah, this is the only thing that you have to just work with. There you go, Woody, back to normal. For the eye parts, you could move his eyes with your fingers just on his eye itself. As you can see, it's already dripping around. But you could also use something sharp to control at the back. The eye detail is nicely done, and these are actually stickers that do come with it, and they're very small to put through, but they're very detailed out. One thing that Woody also come with is his hat. Of course, you know, he can't leave without it. So all you have to do is put the hat on top. But the only thing about this hat is that it doesn't really fix in position, so even if you just tip it over just like that, it easily falls off. So that's the only thing that I wish that Bandai have done a little better job. Maybe for those of you guys who wants to stick it on, you could like do like a modification by adding a magnet here and inside the head, so the hat can just stay. As of right now, I do not have any magnets, so just as of right now, just how it is. Talking about stickers, Woody does come with a few. So all these they comes with 6 of his eyes, and also the name for Bonnie or Andy to place on the bottom of his feet. For this review, I have not put any of the foot stickers down because I'll tell you in a bit. So Woody also has interchangeable 3 pairs of hands that he could do depending on how you want to pose him. So one pair is going to be the pointing finger, the other is going to be a thumbs up, and the other one is just a fist hand. One cool detail that Woody has is going to be his arms. So the color separation for this part is very well done, especially on the vests, because this black and white part, this is actually a separate part that when you assemble it together, it looks like a one giant pattern. The one biggest thing that I would like to address for this kit is going to be his arms. So as you look through these arms, the way they put the parts together, it's actually in form of a very interesting design. So if you open up the arm part just a bit, you can see that it's structured as 3 different parts for, I guess, one circumference. And you can see there's a frame inside, and how you put it together is you have to put it through each of how the frame is set up, and then you just put it just like so. This is a very interesting approach in my opinion because of how they put it together. I think it makes a lot of sense. And it's very innovative for Bandai to do it like this. The other thing I like to point out is going to be these lines right here. Now, these are actually panel lines, but they're carved in pretty deep that it blends in with the whole three-piece structure that I've just explained to you about. And you don't really have to put panel lines in, and they look as if they are very natural. My only gripe about the arms is going to be more on the articulation side and just how you put it together, depending on how good you were doing. You can see that there's like a huge line out here. There's like a huge opening. So this, and I guess it's not going to be always perfect for Woody to have a very good articulation, but as you can see from right here, even if you put a little bit force, the part kind of opens up. So you always have to either carve it a little bit to be a little perfect, or you just have to live with it. But overall, very good idea from Bandai. As for the articulation, as you see starting from the head, from the eye part, you can see that even though I only shaked it a little bit, the eyes are going all over the place. But the head itself, it's in a ball joint, so you can move it as freely as you want. You could even do Toy Story 1's famous scene where he goes, "Where we see toys every single day." Sorry if I creeped you out. Woody's shoulders in a ball joint, so you could freely move around at any angle you want, as Woody would do. He would just go, oh, yeah. With that ball joint, you could extend for a greater movement. Elbow itself, it only goes up to 90 degrees, which kind of makes sense depending on the structure. The wrist is also in a ball joint. The waist part is also in a ball joint. If you just pull out a little bit, you could freely move at any angle you wish. But you could also see that there's a lot of openings inside, and you don't want to see what Woody looks inside. The leg is also very circular and flimsy, and you can move it at any direction you want. The other thing about the lower torso articulation is you could actually pull it down a little bit, as you could move Woody a little bit further out. So without it, Woody could only go about this much, but if you pull down the leg joint, he could even do splits, which is awesome. For the knees, he could bend that around a little bit more than 90 degrees. And he, as you can see, he could move around just like that. The ankle boot, they did a very good job on this one. This one is also in a ball joint, and you could move it around as you wish. And not to mention all these gold details that you see in the belt, the star, and also, I don't know what this is called. This is something where you hit the horse to make it run faster. But those details have been very well done. And I also want to mention that Woody also has a pull string part, but unfortunately it does not pull out and doesn't say its famous quotes. Shame for that. Next, we'll take a look at our favorite Space Ranger, Buzz Lightyear. The color separation of this kit is very well done. All the purple except for the hand are all just one part itself. And again, the glossy white finish I really love. It kind of really makes him feel like a real toy. The other detail that I really appreciate is going to be the plus screw that you can see right here. I think it would have been better if you had like a silver marker and just paint those in. but overall it's a nice touch. Buzz has a lot of stickers compared to Woody. So the buttons that he pushed down here, these are stickers. This middle Space Ranger logo is a sticker, and not to mention, if you guys didn't notice, his fist is all the purple part, that's also a sticker. So there's a lot of sticker on Buzz at this part. He also has stickers at the back. Same with Woody. Buzz also has an interchangeable face parts that you can see right here, and yeah, I love this. I love how they portrayed this overall facial expression. Same with Woody. Buzz also has two different types of facial expressions, you can see here. On the left, again, the same smirking, looking up in the sky, and on the right, again, my personal favorite, he's just looking at something and just like shocked at something. It's like, Woody, what is that? Compared to Woody, Buzz has a lot of features after you build his model. So let's start out first thing. He has his walk-on communicator, as you can see, it's portrayed right here, and I think it's very faithful to its original material because Buzz uses this a lot, where the flapping action when with the sticker. So that's a very nice touch. He also has his laser arm on his right. Unfortunately, you cannot shoot real laser because this button is just a solid part itself. But the detail of this laser holster is very nice. Actually, this half of it is actually a clear part and the other one is an actual solid red part. Buzz does come with this Space Ranger helmet, as you can see right here. So this helmet, unlike as portrayed in the movie, it doesn't flip up or gets retracted inside. You have to physically insert the part using these joints right here. So how you would do so is you can see there's these two hard points near Buzz's head, and all you have to do is you have to insert this in, and there you have him in his space form. So as I mentioned before, you cannot really do anything like you normally have to press a button and then you have to and it retracts out. But in this case, if you do want to portray a little bit, you have to be very careful of these joints right here. You just carefully slide it out, so it kind of looks like that. It could do that. Unfortunately, Buzz cannot do his karate chop action as what this button was meant to be. It's just a solid part. And the green parts that you see here, they don't glow in the dark. So kind of a missed opportunity from Bandai, because they could definitely do something about this. But if there's one thing that this Buzz Lightyear kit can do, it can retract wings. Isn't that cool? The overall mechanic is they're using a spring mechanic on each of the wings. So there's this one black rod that is connected to the switch, and once you push it, the spring releases. Let's see that one again. Oh, that's so cool. And you could also extend the wings so that it has that sense of flying. Again, the only gripe that I have with it is going to be the stickers that you see right here. As you already see, I played around with it a little too much, so some of the stickers are starting to rip out. So be careful when you're putting this kit together. I mean, that just means that it has so much fun. Look at it. He has wings. Unlike Woody, however, Buzz only has two pair of interchangeable hands. It's going to be his open hand and his closed hand. Such a shame, because I believe Buzz could use a little more hand action. Now let's take a look at the overall articulation of Buzz Lightyear. So his head is in a ball joint, so he could freely move any way we want. I don't think there was a scene of him twisting his head around, but he can do that. The shoulder is also in a ball joint. So unlike Woody, he has some limited movement. I guess it's because he's a very bulky plastic space toy. And if you're very faithful, you could reenact the scene where he just flies off and then he loses his arm. Kind of a sad scene. He could raise his elbow just as so. And his elbow actually goes a little further than Woody. It just goes up right there. Wrist is also in a ball joint, so it could be freely moved. His waist is also in a ball joint, and as you can see from right here, the ball joint is quite small, so if you want to move him a little bit, you have to, you have to be careful just releasing that. His lower torso can raise up no problem, and he can also raise his leg no problem. Buzz also has the same gimmick as Woody, where he could pull down the legs and so that he could reach out a bit further out. Knees goes a little bit more than 90 degrees, and his feet is also kind of in like a mixture of a fixed joint and a ball joint, so he could move freely, but also can go left, front, and back even more. As mentioned about stickers, Buzz has quite a lot. So same with Woody, Buzz has a very small eye sticker. 3 stickers for his voice box, also the Space Ranger and all the other markings, and Buzz also has the Bonnie and the Andy name stickers at his bottom of his feet. I didn't put that in. Reason, again, I'll tell you at the very end of the video. Both Woody and Buzz has these 2 clear stand that they use, and unlike the other action bases that you see in like Gunpla, this one is just a flat base itself, and it also comes with this small joint part. This is used to help the model stand better in a position. So how it works out is you put it in any of these holes right here, and it'll just fit right in. And then for, let's say if we want to put Buzz, each of Buzz or Woody's feet have these small peg hole that you see right there. So all you gotta do is just fit them in, just like so. Pose them however you like. This peg is very sturdy, so even in a pose like this, the model can withhold himself very well. Now, if you're like me, which you buy both of these kits, this kit also has this small joint that you can see here. Now, what this is used for is you can combine the action bases together just like that. So if you find this laying around in your runner, please don't lose it. This is a very important piece for you to combine these bases together. Today we took a look at our 2 favorite toys, Woody and Buzz Lightyear. So overall, I love these kits to death. Even though it's a little expensive at my budget, I still really like how they put it together. One of the good things that Bandai have done is that you don't need to do any painting or any glue whatsoever for this kit. This kit was very easy to make, and I recommend it to any Toy Story fans out there. I would give each of these kits 10 out of 10. These are my all-time favorite, and I recommend it to you guys. So with that said, this has been ES Buzz from the Plamo Build Report, and I am going to write my name at the bottom of these guys' feet because these kits are mine, and I don't want Andy or Bonnie to be near any of it. With that said, this has been ES Buzz from Plamo Build Report, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Cool.